Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Weekend Roundup presented by the Chute Bosses. I'm your host, Zach Alvira. Let's take a look at what you may have missed in the last week of pro rodeo. We start in Cheyenne at the daddy of them all, the Cheyenne Frontier Days. That is where Kade had a 93.5-point ride on Brookman Rodeo's Lunatic Heaven. Not only did he take home the crown, but he also set a new arena record that stood for 51 years. Jess Pope and Weisi Shala, they also had 90-plus point rides in the finals. From bareback riding in Cheyenne to saddle bronc riding, that is where Brody Cress had a 91-point ride on Sankey Pro Rodeo and Phenom Genetics, the black tie, to win the championship. Zeke Thurston had a 90-point ride in the finals as well. Brody Cress beat him out by a point for that championship. We go to bulls now in Cheyenne. That is where Quinn Anderson had a 90-point ride on Smith Pro Rodeo's Hunter. Earlier in the week, during the first inaugural Cheyenne Frontier Days Extreme Bulls event, Weisi Shala had a 90.5-point and 91.5-point ride, the second of which came on United Pro Rodeo's Debo to become the first ever champion of that event. To Salt Lake City we go. That is where the Days of 47 rodeo champions were crowned this past week. In bull riding, Hayes Waite, he had a 93-point ride on Sankey Pro Rodeo and Phenom Genetics Magic Touch, which stole the show.
IFA's the Chute. Hayes Waite.
We head to Spanish Fork now, where saddle bronc rider Damian Brennan had a 91-point ride on Diamond G Rodeo's Lindsay's Thunder. And in Ogden, Stetson Wright, the Utah native, he had a saddle bronc ride of 90 points on Corco Rodeo's Joker Poker. We head north of the border now to Pollockville, Alberta. That is where the hard grass bronc match took place. Dawson Hay, he won the event with 185 points on two head. And if you're doing the math at home, that is 90.5 points on Calgary Stampede's Annual News and a whopping 94.5-point ride on Calgary Stampede's Agent Lynx. That is 1 point off of the world record set back in 2022 by none other than Logan Hay, his older brother. Back to the Days of 47 rodeo in Salt Lake City. That is where team ropers Shea Carroll and Levi Lord had a 3.5-second ride to set a new arena record. The pair went on to win the title with a 4.1-second ride in the finals. There are plenty more of outstanding rides and runs from this past week in pro rodeo. For wall-to-wall coverage of all those, plus up-to-date standings and schedule for all the rodeos upcoming, visit ProRodeo.com. For the Weekend Roundup, I'm Zach Elvira. We'll see you next week.